going to a fantastic stadium, you know, really iconic stadium, very, very big, lots of stands that we don't see every week when we're playing back in England or even in Europe for that matter. So that was pretty much what we expected, I suppose, but it was very nice to experience it and be there. I thought the pitch played a lot better than we thought it might, because it's not easy to transform pitches for baseball into pitches for soccer. And then I'm very satisfied with our performance. I thought we played extremely well, so as a result it means it's a nice end to the trip. We didn't know anything about sudden death finishes, of course, we're not quite used to that. I thought we were going to supply the sudden death finish when we swarmed all over them for the whole of the second half, but we weren't able to. But we got out of the game what we wanted. We came off the field this time without injuries, although I must say that was in the balance for quite a lot of the time. So it means that we've had a good trip here to Chicago and Detroit. We've been very well looked after. People have been very kind to us everywhere we've been. So I think we'll go back to London very happy with these 8 days that we've had here, and also very optimistic that if we can continue to play the sort of football we played here against a quality opponent, we can take that with us into the Premier League and get a good start there.
Hi Coach, what is your message for all the fans that came today to support Crystal Palace here in Detroit?
Yeah, very grateful. I mean, we actually went round after the game and made an effort to try and show our appreciation as we came off the field. But I think it was a fantastic effort on their part to come and support us as they did. We had a training session the other day with a lot of people there as well to come and just watch us train. So once again, like I said to my friend here about Detroit and this stadium, I've got nothing but praise for the way this trip has gone for us, and I would have no hesitation in coming back again if ever we got an invitation.
Okay, one more then.
Yeah. Obviously, big hole now with the loss of Wilfred Zaha for the season. But seeing how you played today, are you kind of pleased with the adjustments you've been able to make with no Zaha? And what's your takeaway, even though you didn't get the result?
Yeah, that's a good question, and that probably is a takeaway. I mean, last season we had 2 outstanding wingers who were, amongst the best in the league. We had Michael Elise on the right side and Wilf on the left side. Now, certainly we don't have Wilf anymore, and there's even a slight doubt over Michael's future because clubs are circling around him, and we're going to have a fight on our hands to make certain he stays with us. So we were able today to tamper with the system and try to get the best out of the players that we think are our best players at the moment on the field in a tactical formation. And we certainly were very pleased with that. But of course, we've lost 5 senior players from last season, and we've brought one in, Jefferson Lerman. He's a good one, he played well, we're very happy to have him in. But there is still that hole of 5 senior players in the squad, 2 of whom, of course, as you rightly say, were 2 of the old real stars of the team. So there's a bit of work for the chairman and the sporting director to do between now and the end of August, because quite frankly the team we put out today was, in our opinion, in this moment in time, our best team, but we don't have the strength behind that team that we had last year with all those senior players we lost.
So today you went through a full preseason game without making any substitutions. That's not typical. Normally there's more free use of the bench.
Yep.
Why did you stick with the starting 11 for the full 90 rather than bringing some fresh legs and going?
They need the work. The pre-season is to prepare what we think is going to be our best team in a new formation for the game that's coming up in 10 days or 2 weeks' time. Just over 2 weeks.
No, just under 2 weeks.
Just under 2 weeks' time. And there was nobody on the bench that we needed to see in the game, because we've used them a lot, those bench players, in the games up to now. This is the first time we really have put a team out with which I think might resemble the team that will play in the opening game of the season. And it was good, I think, to push them through the extra mile, because a lot of those players there today, they've been spared in some of the previous matches we've played. We've given them maybe 45 minutes or sometimes even less than that. And a lot of the guys on the bench, the younger ones, they've actually played quite a lot of minutes. Now's the time for these guys to get their minutes in. I would have only have taken people off if I thought that they couldn't deal with the fatigue and the way the game was going. But in actual fact, despite all their substitutions, I thought we were much stronger physically throughout the second half. So I don't regret not doing that. But I would also rather like, as I was saying earlier, if we get a few more reinforcements in. I would quite like it if some of those reinforcements were tapping me on the shoulder all the time and saying, what about me? Shouldn't I have a go? But that wasn't really the case today.
Do you remember the World Cup '94 with the Switzerland team visited Detroit 1-1 against the United States team?
I remember very well. I remember the next one as well. We beat Romania 4-1 and we got ourselves into the next stage after 2 games. We stayed in Dearborn in a very beautiful hotel opposite the big Ford administration building, and we played in the Silver Dome, which they now tell me has been pulled down. I remember how hot it was in that Silver Dome. It was a very, very hot summer, like this one.
Oh, yeah.
And the temperatures in that Silver Dome had to be seen to be believed. But it was a wonderful trip for us. It was a great start to our World Cup campaign here in Detroit. So that remains one of my fondest memories. And this game here today and the way we've been treated and the way everything's gone, that will add to my fond memories of Detroit. And I'll take that one with me as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.